But she talks about, I'm going to even refer to it, the detective, the creator, the follower, the friend, and the explorer. And she describes each of them into great detail. So I kind of put it into my own words of what each one was. But to me, I loved the description of each of these. And they're user friendly even for your kids. That if you want to go and you could even read to them these different ones, and they're not so abstract to them that they're like, oh, what's kinesthetic? Like to them, they're like, oh yeah, I can relate to that one. I'm the detective. And your kids, again, they can fall into all of these categories, but they're probably going to have one
Sure.
that's like that they gravitate to maybe the most. And that can really help you to
Okay.
pick which method or which style of learning to use. But I mean, things change
Hmm.
too. So you have to be kind of flexible as we go, like lifestyles change or kids' personalities kind of
Right.
ebb and flow. So this is my son, the creator. I will go into his room and not or try not to blow up because it's such a mess. And
Right.
his room is like a wreck all the time, actually, are both of our boys. But I will, if I look a little bit deeper into the chaos, there are rolls of toilet paper that are put together, and there's sticks that they've gathered from outside, and cotton balls that they've gathered and made these amazing creations. And they're like, Mom, look at this like sword and this knife. And like they're really into like
Yeah.
savage and Indian stuff right now. Um, but if I let go of who I am and my control freakness, then I can discover that
Yeah.
there is so much there. So yeah, that's the creator.
The first thing that you need to remember, there's one most important thing, and we haven't talked about it yet this week, but it is the most important thing in getting started is pray. Just pray. Ask the Lord to give you wisdom. Ask him to guide your steps this year, and don't go into this year fully stressed out, already on edge, and feeling like you need to conquer the world and, you know, turn out the best, most amazing, smartest homeschool kids in the whole wide world. You don't need to do that. You need to obey the Lord, and you need to just trust him to guide you along the way and to give you wisdom.
Why did Noah go to so much trouble for all of these things that he did? I mean, this thing is massive. I mean, I know he was obeying the Lord, but like, why did God have him go through all of this work for just one family? And then it hit me. I was like, oh, for one family. God had him do all of that so that he could save this family. And we are here today because of this one family. So if you feel like
Yeah.
you're not enough, or that you're not doing enough, or you're not on the mission field somewhere, I mean, God bless you if you are. But raising children and homeschooling them is a calling and it's a mission. And if he's called you to it, he'll equip you for it. And that is, yeah, you're enough.
We can't always see the big picture.
Right.
Noah couldn't have seen what the ark was going to look like, nor could he have seen the impact that he would have made for generations
Right.
to come,
Yeah.
including us today,
Right.
like you're saying. He
Mm,
could never have known that. And so God used him because he was willing to say yes and obey what the
mhm,
Lord had asked him to do
mm,
when it didn't make sense to anyone else.
mhm,
But the Lord used him to save all of
mhm.
mankind.